Senator Trillanes?
Attorney Berberabe, meron po bang utang ang Globe Asiatic, particularly si Mr. Delphine Lee, sa Pag-ibig, and how much?
Mr. Chair, if I may be allowed, I prepared a statement with regard to this issue.
Lapit. Pakilapit.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead and read to us your statement.
Thank you very much. Medyo madami pong allegations na sinabi si Attorney Rivera, tapos marami pong hindi naman pertaining sa Pag-ibig Fund. So yung pong tungkol lang sa Pag-ibig Fund and based on the facts of the case. The case is filed by the state versus Delphine Lee and 4 others. And thus, the case is titled People of the Philippines versus Delphine Lee et al. The filing of the case was based on independent investigations and finding of probable cause by the NBI, by the DOJ, and by the Regional Trial Court of Pampanga. During the first and second quarters of 2010, and in the course of regular validation by Pag-ibig, it was discovered that buyers of housing units of the Severa projects of GA, whose respective purchases were financed by Pag-ibig, were spurious. Many denied having availed of housing loans from Pag-ibig Fund. Others admitted to have signed loan documents but only in exchange for some financial consideration, and many others simply could not be located. Thus, on May 24, 2010, Pag-ibig Fund wrote Mr. Lee asking GA to validate the said buyers. In response, Mr. Lee admitted that they were internally monitoring about 1,000 accounts, which they suspect are of questionable buyers. So ito pong fact na ito ay sagot na rin po doon sa nabanggit ni Panyero na
Attorney Berberabe, the question is pretty straightforward. Meron bang utang na 6.5 billion ang Globe Asiatic?
Okay. Sasagutin ko po kay Senator Trillanes,
Yes.
but and then may I continue to read my statement.
Yeah.
Ang utang po, hindi po siya utang, in which I clarified already in the previous hearing.
Wala kami doon eh. So, can you clarify, may utang ba o wala?
Hindi po siya utang.
So, ano siya?
Hindi po actually 6.6 billion, kung hindi 7 billion. Yun po ay total amount na ni-release sa Globe Asiatic. Ang sinasabi po ni Attorney Rivera, hindi po siya utang, ibig sabihin, hindi siya developmental loan. Hindi po inutang ng Globe Asiatic as an entity from Pag-ibig Fund to develop the project. What is the 7 billion that was released to the Globe Asiatic? The 7 billion corresponds to 9,951 borrowers. And those are corresponding to end-user loans. So halimbawa, bawat isa po, kung sabihin natin na 750,000, yun po ang total na na-release sa Globe Asiatic. Kaya yun po ang subject matter noong case.
So wala silang utang. Bakit? Ano ngayon ang atraso nila sa gobyerno at sa estado?
Okay. Ibig ko lamang pong itanong sa committee na ito, sapagkat this is already before the court for consideration.
Nako.
Would you
I
require
don't
me
care
then
about
to
that,
answer?
Attorney Berberabe.
Ito, para klaro. Actually, I believe that the question asks for the theory of the case, of your case.
Okay.
Para, I think you can safely discuss. Ano ba theory ng
Okay.
kaso ninyo? Why do you have?
Opo, okay.
Okay ba, Senator Trillanes, if we state it that way?
Okay, Mr. Chair and honorable senators. Ang theory po ay ito po ay syndicated estafa na ang Pag-ibig Fund ay agreed to part with its money, 7 billion, released to the Globe Asiatic. Meron po yung MOA. Ang representation po dyan, Globe Asiatic will endorse borrowers, real borrowers to Pag-ibig Fund. So kung baga, may mga representations po iyan na ito ay dapat real borrower. Number 2, meron capacity to pay. Mayroon po doong provision sa contract na merong post-validation responsibility ang Pag-ibig Fund. Ibig sabihin, release muna bago post-validation because this was ito po yung pinapaliwanag ko dati, na arrangement with Globe Asiatic. Kaya ang nangyari po doon sa post-validation, doon po nagkaroon una by the hundreds po lamang ang nakita na spurious buyers. May 2 pong witnesses na nag-testify sa NBI na naging basihan po ng kanilang finding na meron daw pong sistema na merong nagpo-produce ng fake ID, fake certifications. Mayroon din naman po na kahit na real buyers sila, pero upon interview po, sinabi nila na hindi naman talaga namin balak bumili ng bahay, kung hindi, pipirma lang kami in exchange for 5,000 pesos and then later on ay magde-default kami. Ito rin po, kaya in reaction na rin po dun sa sinasabi na ano bang damage dyan, ba't ba nagre-reklamo ang Pag-ibig Fund sapagkat meron namang collateral. Ibig ko pong sagutin doon na hindi na, ano po ba ang transaction dito? Ang transaction po dito ay end-user loan. So, binigyan namin ng linya ang Globe Asiatic. Meron po silang, under the FCA or the Funding Commitment Agreement and the Memorandum of Agreement, under the contracts, may provision po doon that they approve the loans. Ibig sabihin, supported also by a contract to sell. Ibig sabihin po, pag ipinasa sa amin, dapat may na-consummate na sila na contract to sell. Bakit? Pagka ginawa namin sa post-validation, bakit may mga naglabasan? And in fact, doon po sa aking binasa as a matter of fact, mismo pong Globe Asiatic nag-admit na 1,000 accounts ang kanilang minomonitor na mukhang hindi po totoo yung borrowers. Yung sinasabi naman po nila na MSVS, which is the Membership Status Verification. Ang ginagawa lamang po ng memberships ng MSVS, ibibigay yan sa Pag-ibig Fund, i-check po sa aming database, ito ba ay miyembro na nakapagbayad na ng 24 months na savings. So yun lamang po. Ang reklamo po bale dito ay yung commission of fraud sapagkat nag-misrepresent po na buyers ang katapat ng 9,951.
So fraud, hindi syndicated estafa.
Yun po ang ay essential element po ng syndicated estafa.
Ngayon, pero yung sinasabi mo hundreds o thousands, pero ang complainant, ilan? 28.
Yung pong sinasabi nila, hindi ko po alam kung alin yung 28, pero sa amin po, yung 1,000 na sinasabi ni Delphine Lina, inamin po niya, questionable buyers po. Sa amin po, sa ngayon, meron kaming 168 na involved na po at nag-file na rin ng syndicated estafa. So, in fact, meron pong 3 pang cases na pending sa DOJ na nag-file po separately ng syndicated estafa. So,
may bahay ba?
May bahay po.
May bahay.
Sa audit po.
Okay, kasi ganito, no, Atty. Berberabe. Ako may loan ako ng Pag-ibig eh. Bago ka mag-loan, chine-check eh. Ina-appraise yung bahay, tapos may equity ka, ilang percent doon, then eventually i-release yung cheque doon sa kung sino man yung pagbibilan. Ganun yun eh. Bakit kung may bahay, where's the estafa? Kasi pag sinabing estafa, talagang nanloko ka eh, no? Siguro kung walang bahay yan, pumirma, nag-loan, pero walang bahay, merong bahay.
Meron po. Pero, Honorable Senator, ang Pag-ibig Fund naman po ay hindi bumibili ng bahay. Hindi po yun ang negosyo.
Pero kayo yung nagpapautang eh.
Tama po.
Di ba kayo yung sa inyo naglo-loan, hindi naman sa Globe Asiatic eh.
Okay.
Diba?
Under po, sapagkat ito nga po yung specific arrangement with Globe Asiatic, under the FCA,
yan
the funding...
Yan bang arrangement na yan sa Globe Asiatic lang?
Opo. Ito pong arrangement na ito na MOA giving a 5 billion funding commitment in a period of 3 years. In a period of 3 years sa Globe Asiatic lamang po.
Yung
ito.
iba, ano?
Yung iba po, meron pong cap na 500 million a year.
Pero meron din.
Meron po, opo, kasi meron pong mga, may mga developers din po na end users po talaga, binibigyan ng linya para yung mga bumibili ng bahay sa kanila, tuloy-tuloy naman po, assured din sila na merong pondo from Pag-ibig Fund.
Okay, tinatanong ko ako may utang eh. Sinabi mo walang utang. May bumibili ng bahay. Yung subdivision ando doon, may mga bahay talaga. So ano yung problema ulit? Kasi kung nagbabayad sila, di ba dapat wala kang problema?
Kaya nga, ang Pag-ibig nagbayad o nag-remit ng 7 billion sa Globe Asiatic.
Opo.
Para saan po yun?
Para po katapat po nung loan nung 9,951.
Kaya payment nung borrowers na for the units. Tama?
Opo. So umutang po
Is
sila
that full,
sa amin.
is that full payment? Hindi pa.
Full payment
Full
po.
payment na yun,
Full
di ba?
payment po.
So,
Ito po. So may borrowers. Magha-housing loan po sa Pag-ibig Fund. Ang bibilhin po nila yung mga nasa project ni Globe Asiatic.
correct.
So kaya pag nirelease po namin, halimbawa, for ease of reference lang po, kung may isang borrower na nirelease ko ng 1 milyon, yung 1 milyon po mapupunta kay Globe Asiatic bilang bayad. So, again, ano po ba ang problema? Ang problema po, under the arrangement, mayroon pong, para po, yung tama naman po yung sinabi ni Attorney Rivera na dinedeputize yung developer. Bakit may mga developer na dinedeputize? Kasi, meron po dati na mga classification ng mga developers, good developers. So pag may good developers, merong authority yung Pag-ibig Fund na mag-deputize o ikaw na lang ang magbigay ng loan counseling, ikaw ang mag-evaluate ng mga borrowers, and then ipapasa sa Pag-ibig Fund. So under the FCA po, or Funding Commitment Agreement, Section 3, the developer shall receive, evaluate, process, and approve the housing loan application of its member buyers. Under the same agreement, Section 7, 7.1, loan evaluation, developer warrants that the housing loans have been properly evaluated and approved in accordance to Pag-ibig guidelines prior to endorsement. So yun po ang reklamo ng Pag-ibig, na ikaw ay nagpasa ng 9,000 ng borrowers, tapos based po on our audit.
Sandali mo na, Attorney Berberabe. Assuming may 1,000 na questionable borrowers, pero they can replace it. They can.
Opo.
So for as long as nagbibigay sa inyo pa rin, nagre-remit pa rin sa inyo, then wala dapat problema.
Honorable Senator, ganito po ang paliwanag kung bakit may problema po. Sa kontrata po na pinasok ng dalawang parties, lagi po yan in any contract, laging ang first premise dyan, good faith tayo. Ikaw ay tumupad sa iyong mga obligasyon at warranties. Ngayon, yung mga remedies na available dyan, dapat naman, ikaw ay tumupad in the first place. Now, in the second place, kung ikaw naman ay nag-employ ng fraud, in fact, under the law, pwede kang mag-rescind ng contract. At yun po ang sinasabi ng Pag-ibig Fund. Nag-employ ka ng fraud based on our audit. Kaya po aking ipinapaliwanag na hindi po naman Pag-ibig lamang ang nagsasabi at nagrereklamo. Kaya po mahalaga sa akin that this is people of the Philippines versus Delfinli. Ibig sabihin, nagkaroon po ng...
Attorney, alam naman natin yan. Alam ni, number 1 siya sa bar eh. Pero, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, nag-emanate yung case sa Pag-ibig sa inyo.
Tama po.
Ngayon
tama
yung
po.
sinasabi nyo may mga buyers na nag-file ng syndicated estafa. Bakit sila magfa-file ng syndicated estafa? May bahay silang tinitiran. Meron ba o wala?
Meron po. Pero mayroon po may mga buyers po na ang complaint po nila, double sale. Ano po ang ibig sabihin ng double sale? So based po sa database namin, may ibang buyer na registered buyer na yun po ang in-endorse ng Globe Asiatic. So pero upon audit, kasi ang medyo problematic nga po doon, madaming steps are post-validated. Rumilis muna ng pera bago nag-post-validate.
Pero yun yung sinasabi ni Attorney Rivera. Sige nga, Attorney Rivera, ano ba yung kanya doon sa double sale na yun?
Wala pong double sale. Gawa-gawa lang po ng Pag-ibig yun dahil gusto pong ipitin si Ginoong Delfinli. Bakit po? Alam po nila sa dami po ng lahat po ng takeout ng mga pag-ibig member borrower. Doon po sa case namin, 9,000. Sa buong Pilipinas po siguro, baka po 10 times po ganun kadami. So, pag nakita po nila, mukhang may problema to, we are required po to replace it. Kaya po, tama naman po yung sabi po ni Attorney Berberabe, we monitor. Because that is one of our responsibility po sa contract. At ikaklaro ko lang po, hindi po nag-approve ng loan ng developer. Because if that provision would be allowed in a contract, clearly po that is anti-graft. Isipin nyo po ang magdi-decide sa pagre-release ng pera, ang developer, hindi po pwede yun. That is contrary to law and public policy and common sense. Ang ginagawa lang po ng developer, loan counseling. Pagkatapos po, kaya po sila naglagay po ng post-validation scheme. Kaya po sila naglagay ng MSVS policy. Pag wala pong MSVS, bali po yun ng caution sa amin. Huwag nyong i-process. Pag may MSVS po, kinumpleto po namin ng dokumento, isasubmit po nila sa amin. Sila po may 30 days for post-validation. Titignan po nila, ito ba, okay. Kung hindi po ginawa ng pag-ibig ang kanila pong responsibilidad, bakit po nila ipapataw sa isang developer? So, kung nagalit po sila sa 204 developer, i-refuse po nila yung payment, i-refuse po nila yung replacement, i-refuse po nila yung offsetting, at sasabihin nila, kayo rin, kamukha kayo ni Delphine Lee, kakasuhan ko kayo. Yun po ang clear message And we should not allow that, Your Honors.
Hindi, attorney, baka hihingan muna ng pera bago kakasuhan. So, anyway, mabalik tayo, Attorney Berberabe. Kasi syndicated estafa nakakulong yung mama. Parang murder na rin yun Now, 28 ang complainants, pero may bahay sila. It's not as if nagbabayad sila pero wala silang bahay. Or dalawa yung nagbabayad para sa isang bahay. Ganun ba yan, Attorney Rivera?
Actually po, isa lang po. Kasi
isa lang
po,
ang nagbabayad sa isang
opo,
bahay?
sa isa pong bahay. Kasi ganito po yan. Yung first buyer, legitimate po definitely yan na pag-ibig member. Pag huminto po yan na magbayad, we have to pay it. Meron po kaming 3 remedies. Buyback mo, replace mo, offset mo. Siyempre, meron pong may bumibili ng bago So, notify po namin. We're going to send notice to them. These are the 100 or 200 or 300 replacement. Noong si BPB9 na po ang head po ng pag-ibig, dahil po siguro hindi po niya type yung Globasiatic, sabi niya, ayoko na replacement. May ipit nga po kami. Tapos, nagpropaganda na po, o double sale yan. Magreklamo kayo. Pag hindi kayo nagreklamo, kukunin namin ang house and lot nyo, kawawa kayo. Kaya po, sabi lang po namin, kung talagang tinutulungan mo ang mahihirap na OGW, kasi po, other working groups po yan di payagan nyo kaming bayaran yan, at payagan rin nyo yung replacement, at may 600 million naman kaming more or less sa inyo, di offset mo na lang. Ang sagot po sa amin, ayaw namin. Gusto namin, kaso. That is not how the government should be run, Your Honors.
Okay. So, liliwanagin ko ulit, Atty. Berberabe, walang utang na bilyong-bilyong piso si Mr. Delphine Lee.
Hindi po siya in the nature of utang.
Yes or no lang ito, Atty. Berberabe. May utang ba siya o wala?
Wala po.
Walang
Hindi po siya
utang.
nature na
Okay.
utang.
Ang may utang itong mga borrowers sa inyo.
Tama po
O
yun.
ngayon, based sa kontrata nila, if hindi na to nakakapagbayad, may 3 options sila. They can buy it back at bibigyan kayo ng bebenta nila ulit yun, at yun na ngayon yung replacement buyer para magtuloy-tuloy yung bayad sa inyo at ma-recover yung 7 billion na sinasabi mo.
Ibig ko pong ulitin,
Ano?
yung mga remedies po na yon under the contract, ang first premise po noon, kung ang ating mga warranties, hindi man po siguro maiitanggi kung ano yung nakasulat sa kontrata, na may warranty po dito ang developer at kung maaari ko rin pong sabihin, ito pong kontratang ito, 2008 pa po ito dinraft. So wala pa po kami pare-pareho ni na Vice President Binay. So ito po may warranty dito na these are real borrowers at may capacity to pay. Yun po ang importante. Hindi po ang target lang ng Pag-ibig Fund mag-release ng pera at may bahay. Ang kailangan po may tunay na borrower para po tuloy-tuloy 30-year loan po ang aming period na tuloy-tuloy po siyang magbabayad. Hindi po
Okay.
namin ibig na pagkatapos ng 2 years ay makapag-default at ang matitira po sa Pag-ibig ay collateral na lang, hindi po ganoon ang negosyo ng
I know,
lending.
Attorney Berberabe, pero sino bang gustong developer na ghost town yung kanya? Yung subdivision niya? They would want buyers. Nag-default ba sila? Kayo ba nag-default ba kayo sa pagre-remit?
Hindi po.
Ha?
Hindi po. Ayaw lang po tanggapin yung bayad. Kasi po, under the contract, we have to collect from the buyers. And we have to remit. Ang tawag po dyan, collecting servicing agreement. Pinahinto po nila at pinatawag po nila yung mga buyers namin, wag na kayong magbabayad. Kasi maiipit kayo. That should not be the way to deal with it. At saka po, if it's a sale po sa mga subdivision at condominiums, ang proper venue po it's HLURB. Napaka-competent naman po ng HLURB. They always rule in favor of the buyer. So kung sino po yung lehitimong buyer, sigurado pong mapupunta sa kanila. Ang katotohanan po, dahil po Pampanggenyo po ako, isa po akong probinsyanong abogado, I took cudgels po in explaining this to my kababayan. At marami pong naayos. Kasi po, inaayos po namin. Hindi namin po ginugulo. We have been appealing to them. Nagkita pa po kami sa HLURB po ng abogada po ng Pag-ibig. Sabi ko, pwede naman You just accept the payment and you allow them to pay directly sa inyo or you would allow them to be replaced. Ang sagot po sa amin, hindi, tuloy ang kaso.
So, alam nyo, ito kasi, pinakinggan natin si Attorney Rivera. Ang tanong kasi dito, bakit nakakulong ng ganyan si Mr. Delphin Lee? Ibig sabihin, napakabigat ng atraso niyan sa lipunan. Kaya hindi mo siya hinahalo sa ibang tao. Ngayon, pinapakinggan ko sa inyo, Attorney Berberabe, kung ano yon. Wala kang masabi. Walang utang na bilyon. Meron namang bahay na ginawa. Yung mga buyers nagbabayad sa inyo pero hindi nyo tinatanggap. Ano ba ang atraso talaga?
Hindi po totoo. Meron po kaming mga letters na pinadala sa Globe Asiatic asking for them to remit their monthly amortizations pero hindi po sila nagbabayad. Bakit? Kasi nga po, tumigil at some point after the audit and that is the proper thing and the right thing for us to do. For Pag-ibig Fund to do na itigil yung take-out at some point. Hindi na po, Mr. Chair, may I continue po?
May ano ba? Totoo ba yung sinasabi niyang meron silang receivable sa inyo ng mga around 600 million? Meron?
Meron po. Ito
Meron.
po yung pwede ko po bang ipaliwanag kung ano po yung nature? Kasi minsan di pa po tapos yung point, then ay tayo lumipat na.
Sorry po.
Senator Trillanes will be a gentleman. Go ahead.
Sige po. Bago po tayo, ililista ko po yung 600 million na yun po yung sasagutin ko. Pero kaya ko po kanina, I was trying to emphasize na yung pong investigation sa Pag-ibig Fund, nagsimula po yun March. Kailan po nag-assume si Vice President Binay ng HADC at saka ng Pag-ibig Fund? In July. And then, anong ginawa ng Pag-ibig Fund? Ipinasa po yung investigation, lahat po ng mga dokumento, pinasa po sa NBI. Ang NBI po, nagkaroon ng independent investigation, finding of fraud. Ano pong ginawa ng NBI? Ipinasa sa DOJ, another investigation. Ano pong finding? Finding of fraud. Yung pong sinasabi kanina ni Attorney Rivera, na bilib po sila sa HLURB, nung February 2012 po, ang HLURB po, conducted an independent investigation, revoked their license to sell. That was appealed to the Office of the President. The Office of the President affirmed it. So, nag-revoke po ng license to sell. Ang ibig ko pong sabihin dito at palabasin, hindi lamang po Pag-ibig Fund ang nag-investigate. Sino po ang naka-aresto kay Delphine Lee noong 2013? PNP, under the Secretary of Interior and Local Government, si Secretary Rojas. Sino po ang may hawak ng DOJ? Si Secretary De Lima. Kaya po sa akin, mahalaga yung fact na people of the Philippines ito po'y nagsimula lang sa investigation ng Pag-ibig, pero ito po'y tinake on ng ating Republic. Ito po ay kaso ng Republic against Delphine Lee. Now, tungkol po dun sa 600 million, Honorable Senator, yung 600 million po, base rin po dun sa mga ibang contract or arrangement with the developers, meron po talagang retention fee. Ano po ba ang nature ng retention fee? That is to shoulder for the expenses of the conversion. Ano po ba yung ibig sabihin ng conversion? Meron pong 2-year period na binibigyan ang developer na from a contract to sell or from a real estate mortgage from CTS, within 2 years, i-convert to a real estate mortgage. Ibig sabihin po, 2 years nang naghuhulog ng monthly amortization, siguro naman steady na itong borrower na ito, i-convert po yan into a real estate mortgage. Ibig sabihin, mapupunta na po doon sa pangalan ng buyer. So ito pong 600 million, meron pong specific nature kung bakit nire-retain ng Pag-ibig Fund. So hindi po yun parang nakalagay sa Pag-ibig Fund, tapos i-disburse na lamang kung para to answer for another account. So yun po ang nature ng 600 million.
Opo, sasagutin ko lang po yun. Pinagbabayad po nila kami. Ang HLURB naman po, under din po kay BPB na eh.
Sa OP.
Sige, pero sinabi mo nga na competent ang HLURB. Yan ang sinasabi niya eh. So, ang finding against you, competent pa rin. Yan ang gusto niyang point.
Opo, ang pinopoint out ko lang po, may decision din nga po ang HLURB. Ito po, babasahin ko po. Ordering respondent Pag-ibig to release the owner's copy of CCT number 27045 covering Unit 1810 Tower 2 of JA Towers to complainants. Kasi yung pong nagsampa po ng kaso sa HLURB, pinaboran po yung mga complainants na ibigay na po ng Pag-ibig kasi nga po iniipit po yung mga titulo. That's our point. We're paying po, they're refusing, we're collecting, they're preventing the collection, we're remitting, they're refusing to accept the payment. Yun po ang...
Pero di ba may remedies naman tayo under the law? When you want to pay and the person you want to pay to does not accept, what is the remedy?
That's why po, consignation po.
Ginawa
That is
niyo?
why, yeah po, we filed actually po a specific performance. At ulitin ko po, nanalo po kami sa RTC 58, nanalo din po kami sa Court of Appeals.
Consignation para yung court ang tatanggap ng payments in the
Opo.
meantime.
Tama
So,
po.
anyway, you're sorting this out in your cases, di ba?
Opo.
Parang ang grievance nyo lang is you are willing to sit down, ayaw na nila to talk to you, to sort it out. Gusto nila kaso.
Opo.
Yun yung point mo. Okay. But the cases have been filed. Okay. Yeah, Senator Trillanes.
So ito nga kasi ang allegation ni Mr. Delphine Lee, hiningan siya ng pera ng kampanya, hindi niya binigyan. Napwesto itong si Vice President Binay, binalikan siya, hiningan siya ng 200 million at ipitin daw si Noli Di Castro, Vice President Noli Di Castro, hindi niya pinigbigyan, sinampahan siya ng kaso na non-bailable, na napakabigat. Na dito sa inyo, Attorney Berberabe, gusto namin makonvince na valid yung kaso ninyo kasi iba yung mangiipit ka ng ganito eh. Gagamitin mo yung impluensya mo para mang-ipit ng isang tao dahil hindi ka binigyan ng gusto mo. Yun yung allegation eh. Kung mahina, ito, and alam nyo, mahina, hindi ko nga maintindihan eh. It should be something grave eh, kasi non-bailable eh. As a layman, hindi ko maano yun.
Yeah, that's why gusto ko i-pursue yan. Tatanong ko nga sana kay Atty. Berberabe. Kung 1, 2, 3 hanggang 5 na double sale, pwedeng sabihin mo out of X number, ilang thousand ba yan, pwedeng mistake. Iba ang mistake sa fraud. So, do you have statistics or figures to tell us, out of X, ito ang ganito kalaki ang na-double sale, ganito kalaki ang hindi capable of repaying their loans, ganito kadami ang instant member ng Pag-ibig, mga ganun. So, to give us a picture of the gravity of the situation.
Opo. Ang naririto po sa aking notes, dahil napakarami ko pong dokumentong binasa, out of the 9,951 borrowers, 56% are bogus. And 44% were real borrowers. Ibig sabihin lang po ng real, may tao. Pero among the 44%, mayroon po doon na ang tawag po, ang finding po ng NBI at DOJ, they are referred to as special buyers. Ibig sabihin, ito po yung mga buyers na allegedly ay tumanggap ng 5,000, pumayag na mag-loan, pero hindi po naman talagang ibig na mag-loan. So, kumbaga, just for a consideration po.
So, okay, so yan yung theory nga ninyo. So, out of 9,951, 56% doon ay bogus, meaning hindi talaga member ng Pag-ibig.
At wala pong taong ganon.
Walang taong ganon.
Hindi malocate.
So, yeah, so yan yung theory nga ninyo. So, syempre, dinidispute ng kabila yan. But,
Opo.
siguro, hindi na natin masasabing mistake yan, hindi ba?
Opo.
So, it's up to you to prove it in court,
Yes,
diba?
opo. At
Okay.
yun naman po rin ay naka-file na. So, kami po ay nagbibigay ng ebidensya po doon.
So, wala ba kayong sasabihin tungkol dun sa insurance?
Meron din
MRI?
po, sapagkat yung insurance po, ibig kong sa notes ko po, ay sinasabi nila na umabot sa 8 billion ba, Panyero, per year. O, yun po yung information nila. Okay. Yung insurance po na ito po yung sinasabing MRI or Mortgage Redemption Insurance at saka Fire and Allied Perils. Ito po yung nakapag-submit din kami ng mga dokumento po sa Honorable Committee. Unang-una, mali po na 8 billion. 1.3 billion po ang per year ang premiums na ibinabayad sa insurance pool. Okay? Now, under po ng new leadership, ito po yung nagkaroon ng bidding. Yung insurance pool po, and we successfully bidded it out. It was upon the recommendation of the Department of Finance. It was upon the recommendation of GCG or the Governance Commission for GOCCs because it was cited as an issue on good governance. Why is it an issue on good governance? Yun pong aming insurance pool which has been transacting with Pag-ibig Fund for almost 30 years because it was inherited from the NHMFC in the 1980s. The insurance pool was unincorporated. It did not have a juridical personality. It was managed by an executive committee which likewise did not have the juridical personality. Number 3, the contract did not have a period, so it was a perpetual contract. Number 4, based on our market survey, the premiums that they were charging Pag-ibig Fund, which was 41 cents per 1,000, to illustrate po, for a 1 million loan, 41 cents per 1,000 means that the borrower will have to pay 410 pesos. So because of these reasons, we conferred with GCG, which has oversight over Pag-ibig Fund, and the Insurance Commission on what could we possibly do. And their recommendation was the right thing to do is for you to bid it out. And bid it out, that happened. And in November of 2014, we successfully bidded it out, and there's an insurance brokerage. What is the result of the bid out of the insurance? Now, the premium is down from 41 cents per 1,000 to 23 cents per 1,000. Meaning, contrary to what Attorney Rivera is saying, under po the Vice President Binay, under the new management, bumaba po halos nangalahati. So, for a 1 million loan, 230 pesos ang binabayaran po ng borrower. Number 2, mayroon pong 20% experience refund na ibinabalik ang insurance brokerage sa Pag-ibig Fund. Ibig sabihin po kasi nung experience refund, in the past 10 years, 30% lamang po ang nagke-claim doon sa insurance premium. So, ibig sabihin, 1/3 lamang po kahit na dinaanan tayo ng Ondoy, dinaanan tayo ng Sendong, ng iba-ibang calamity. 1/3 lamang po. So, kung 1 billion po ang natatanggap na premiums nung insurance pool, 300 million lamang po ang nare-release as claim. So, the rest po ay nasa insurers na lang. So, third, wala na pong additional premium for OFWs. Dati po, merong dun sa arrangement sa dating insurance pool, pagka ikaw ay OFW, sapagkat ikaw ay high risk, dapat magdagdag ka ng premium. Ngayon po, wala na. Number 4, pag po nag-total disability ang isang member borrower, para na rin po siyang, it will be treated equivalent to death. Ibig sabihin, the loan will be fully paid to Pag-ibig Fund. In fact, we were commended by the Insurance Commission for successfully bidding it out, and it was our COA auditor is here. Sabi po rin kanina ni Panyero, with respect Panyero ha, ang sabi mo kasi ay it has remained unaudited. In fact, ang atin pong auditor ay upon the request then of this committee ay nag-audit at nagkaroon po siya ng finding of no fraud, and everything was in order. So ito po ay
Yung resident auditor yon.
Yung resident auditor po. So we were commended po also by the Insurance Commission for the results of this bidding.
I would prefer a special audit ng mother unit.
So, you had reforms, you bid this out to an insurance brokerage.
To an insurance brokerage
Okay,
po.
what is the name?
Lacton.
Spell.
L-O-C-K-T-O-N.
Okay. Ano ang difference ng brokerage sa insurance company?
Okay. Dati, ang mga insurance company po, sila na po yung nagko-cover. Ang insurance brokerage po, parang middleman po. Bakit? Isa po yun sa mga issues din na idinulog namin sa Department of Finance at sa IC. Ano kaya ang ating ibibidding? Tayo kaya ay mag-bid out to an insurance company or to an insurance brokerage? Ang consensus po ay mas maigi na insurance brokerage sapagkat walang expertise ang Pag-ibig Fund para, halimbawa, pag may lumapit po sa amin na insurance company, ito mababa ang premium ko. Tapos si insurance company B, sasabihin niya, mas maganda ang terms ko. Wala pong capability ang Pag-ibig Fund to assess alin kaya ang mas maganda at which is the best terms. So yung insurance brokerage po, siya yung nakikipag-usap sa iba-ibang insurance companies, and then kami pong dalawa ang may agreement. So meron kaming negotiation, kaya po napababa namin yung premium. Depende po pagka sa mga accredited niya na insurance companies, kung makakaya nila yung terms na yon, then they will be part of the pool. So kung lahat po ng existing insurance companies ay kayang pumasok doon sa terms of reference, okay po sa amin na all insurance companies will participate in Pag-ibig Fund.
The 23 centavos per 1,000 pesos of loan that you assess, you remit to the broker, to the insurance brokerage. Tama po ba yan?
Opo.
And then, dapat yun, riniremit niya yun sa insurance companies, hindi ba?
Opo.
Kahit wala pang claim, tama, di ba?
Opo. Yes, tama
But
po.
are you sure? Are you sure? Do you go beyond the, remitting
Yes
to
po.
the brokerage? Are you making sure that the amounts that you remit to the brokerage are placed on actual insurance contracts or coverage?
Sandali lang po para po dun sa detail so that I may be accurate. Okay. Ito po ipinaliwanag sa akin ng legal counsel ay so we have a terms of reference also as guidance for the insurance brokerage on how to accredit insurance companies, and then also under the agreement with the brokerage, the insurance companies will have to conform as well to the guidelines that we give out to the insurance brokerage.
the best thing to do is to provide this subcommittee with the copy of your contract with Locton.
Opo. Hindi pa ba natin?
Ano na lang, with Locton. And then, if we need to ask Locton some questions, patawag na lang po namin.
Mr. Chair, I am pleased to inform this committee that we have already submitted because that was part of the documents that was
We will check.
requested.
Hindi naman
We will check and then we will just tell you if confirmed. Okay.
Opo.
Hindi
Senator
naman,
Trillanes?
hindi naman member ng board of directors si Mr. Jerry Limlingan.
Ng Pag-ibig Fund po.
No, nitong Locton.
Hindi po. It is a multinational po at saka very stringent po ang aming yung aming terms of reference. So top 15 lamang po as certified by the Insurance Commission. So kahit po sa Insurance Commission, sila po ang nagsabi sa amin kung sino yung top 15 na insurance brokerage.
It's good Senator Trillanes mentioned the name of Mr. Limlingan. We asked you before to provide the subcommittee with the address of Mr. Jerry Limlingan as it appears on your consultancy contract with him. HUDCC consultancy contract. Have you given...
May I correct? Yes po, nasabit na po namin kung ano po yung ibinigay sa amin ng HUDC. So siya po ay consultant ng HUDC, hindi po ng Pag-ibig.
Yes, but can you relay our request to HUDC for a copy of his consultancy contract?
I will relay.
Hindi lang address, copy of the contract.
Okay, I will relay po to
Public
HUDC.
document naman yan eh.
Opo.
Thank you. Attorney Rivera, you have a presentation to make?
Yes, Your Honor, but it's basically also...
Same?
Yes.
And then I think yes.
But if we could show it, it's very brief, Your Honor.
Okay, it's what is it about? Theory? Your theory of the case?
Not only that, Your Honor, the project itself. So it could
Sige
be
to, kasi
seen
as
by
mentioned,
by the Honorable
sa questioning,
Senators.
sinabi real houses. Eh, no? Sige.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sige.
Mr. Chairman, yan po yung si Vera Bacolod. Yan po yung finished houses.
Anyway, it's not disputed that
Yes, Your Honor.
there are
And-
really housing units.
That is the school that was shown a while ago, which is worth 100 million. This is worth 80 million, Your Honor, which all were donated. The church, even if it's available for 750 pesos only, these are the housing units, Your Honor, which shows that all the loans were properly secured, Your Honor. There's the commercial area. What we're showing, Your Honor, is the facility that shows that it's a very good project. It's a township project. It was actually a project for OW. This is the Severa Mabalacat, Your Honor. After we have the Global Shatic, Your Honor, successfully launched the Bacolor project, then the second project, Your Honor, is Mabalacat. This is even better, Your Honor, because it could be seen the roads are wider, there are more facilities. And there is a municipal hall that was donated to Mabalacat City, Your Honor. It's complete, Your Honor, with all the swimming pools, also with the churches, Your Honor. This is worth 85 million pesos. That is donated to the Archdiocese of Pampanga, Your Honor. This is the school, Your Honor, wherein the residents of the place could, their children can go to the school without going out of the subdivision. Also donated, Your Honors. There are 6,435 townhouse units, Your Honors. That is the swimming pool, Your Honor. There is also a theme park, Your Honor. Okay, mahaba mo siya. Okay na.
Okay, so I think we've seen the
Yeah,
two projects.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, okay. Ito lang. Sige. Senator Trillanes.
Attorney Rivera, may homeowners ano ba rito?
Opo.
Association?
Actually po, kanina nakita ko po yung pangalan po ni Mr. Recto as supposedly one of the resource speakers.
So, hindi, kasi ang kuha natin dito, ang contention nila Attorney Berberabe is 56% ng mga buyers nyo, mga ghost buyers.
Hindi po totoo yun.
So,
ang complainants po, 28 lang po.
So, kailangan makikita yun dito sa mga development nyo kung totoong may tao rito.
Opo, kompleto po yun. Although I've experienced po yung mga natakot po when this case was filed, nagpuntahan po sa akin sa opisina ko po sa Pampanga. Yung iba po nakapag-down na po ng 1 taon. Pagkatapos po, umiiyak po yung mag-asawang nagsisimula lang po. Ang sabi, natatakot naman kami, baka hindi naman mapunta sa amin. Pwede bang i-apply nyo na lang po yung advance payment namin? Doon po gawin nyo na lang po parang renta. Ito po yung nangyari po doon sa mga bumibili. Yung naman pong mga sinasabi po nilang hindi po nila malocate. Yung iba po kasi may kaya naman po sa buhay, taga Nueva Ecija, taga Bataan. Yung iba po taga Angeles, Mabalacat. Although meron po sila talagang bahay, sabi nila it's a good investment. May eskwelahan, may marketplace, may swimming pool, lahat ng amenities nandun. Bibili na kami kasi hindi pa namin nagamit yung pag-ibig namin. So, napakagandang project po at pumunta rin po sa amin. Lahat po yun naayos naman po. In fact, some of the pag-ibig borrowers were allowed to pay directly. Pero yung mga replacement po namin, wala naman pong magagawa po yung developer kung nag-back out po yung mga first buyers dahil po nagka-problema po eh. Kung hindi po nagka-problema, hindi naman po magba-back out yun. Idadagdag ko po, with respect to the capacity to pay, pag OWG ka po, hindi po requirement yon. All what is required by Pag-ibig are 24 months monthly installment contribution po. And that is, they do not check whether with respect to your capacity. Kaya po,
May bagong category ng OWG,
opo,
no?
other
24
working group.
months. Pero kung tama yung pagkaalala ko, meron silang mekanismo na inalaw nila to accelerate the 24 months.
Opo. Kasi
So,
nga po, meron naman po sila.
Sayang kung normal 24 months sana yun, that would have shown the real capacity to pay premiums or contributions by the member.
Pero ang dami po ng safety mechanism po nung nakaraang pong administrasyon sa Pag-ibig. Una po, we are required to buy back. We are required to replace. We are required to offset. At nandun pa po yung house and lot. So, wala po lugi po ang gobyerno.
Yung policy ba na pay first, Atty. Berberabe, tigil na ngayon yun? Yung sabi mo, pay then verify? Tigil,
Wala na po. Wala
tigil
na,
na yun, ano?
Opo, tigil na po.
Alam ko nalaman ko bakit medyo galit ang Pag-ibig kasi even if you buy back or you assume, pera din nila yung ginagamit balik kasi binayaran muna. Then 7 billion and then nagka-problema, then you will just fraud was employed, nagka-problema, sasabog, then you now use the same proceeds of 7 billion to now seemingly comply with the financial obligations sa pag-ibig. So, para siyang ginisa sa sarili din
Hindi
niyang
naman
mantika.
po totoo yun. Kasi nag-invest po ng billions of pesos yung pong developer. Yun po ang pagkakaiba po na ng utang ka po to develop. In this particular two projects po, pera po ng developer po ang ginamit. So, hindi po
Sandali, Atty. Rivera.
Opo.
Totoo ba yun? Pera,
Totoo po.
so
Totoo
hindi
po yung-
hindi yung pera ng pag-ibig ang ginamit pang to develop the property, pera nila.
Totoo po yun. Kaya po end user lang yung...
Tama po yun. Kaya po, pag po nagre-replace po kami ng pag-ibig buyers, actually po it becomes beneficial to the developer. Kaya ipaprocess po namin ng replacement. Bakit po? Sometimes the property po is worth 1 million or more. So, we require them to pay equity. So, for every replacement po, nagkakaroon po kami ng equity. So, we would definitely sell and we would pay pag-ibig. At sa katotohanan po, before this media propaganda was done against Globasiatic, for the record po, 98% performance account ratio po ang Globasiatic. In fact, sa investigation po sa Congress, na ginamit po namin sa korte, inamin po ng pag-ibig na number 1 po sa pagbabayad po ang Globasiatic. Pero syempre po, pag inipit ka po, at pagkatapos, lahat po ng mga lihitimo pong nagbabayad, natakot, hindi po magbabayad. Ano pong i-remit po namin sa kanila?
Ka-doubt, ano?
Opo.
Actually, ang bigla ko naging naisip ngayon yung, paano ngayon yung, anong status ng mga buyers ninyo dyan? Ano sila? Nagdududa sila?
Ay, yung pong pinayagan na po nilang magbayad diretso po sa pag-ibig, dahil po
Walang napaalis, wala. I mean,
Wala po.
Ever since nagkaroon ng controversy, yung occupant nung time na yon, siya pa rin ngayon, unless hindi
Opo.
siya nakabayad.
Yung pong iba, Mr. Senator, ang ginawa ko po, dahil local lawyer po ko, I offered even the high-end subdivision of Delphine. Meron po kasing ang Globasiatic po na mas mataas pong uring subdivision, yung enclave po sa Angeles. Ang sabi ko, kasi po ayaw na pong magbayad eh. Sabi ko, ito, meron akong ibang subdivision, mas mataas nga lang, 3 million. Sabi nila, sige, bili na muna kami doon, so babayaran po nila in cash. Yung pong mga OFW. Tapos sabi nila, pero magandang investment yan. Pwede bang dyan muna kami, tapos magbabayad na kami directly sa inyo, pagkatapos ng kaso, itutuloy namin yung pagbabayad uli. So, it was easy to solve, Your Honors, if only the government was willing to help the Pag-ibig members.
Nagkamali ba sa presentation? You have another video presentation? Okay. Sige. But before we suspend, no? Attorney Berberabi, kasi parati natin binabanggit na 28 complainants in the San Fernando, Pampanga case. But you mentioned DOJ. Ilang complainants doon? For the record, para malaman natin.
168 po.
168. Yun na yun, total na yun. In the
Opo.
3 cases, I think you mentioned 3 cases.
Opo.
168.
3 cases pending po with the DOJ.
Okay, 168.
Opo.
Yung double sale yan.
Opo. Opo.
Siguro halo-halo siguro mga grounds yan. Ano? Basta
Basta
168
nag-file po ng syndicated estafa.
plus 28 na kung sakaling lumusot yan plus 28, so less than 200 pa rin po yan out
Opo, pero-
of 9,900.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Yung pong aming dun sa post-audit na sinabi ko po na 56% or 5,597 dahil hindi naman po lahat ay may PC para magkaso. So may iba po na mga OFWs din po na bumitaw
Okay.
na lang.
So, bakit kayo nagpa-facilitate niyan? Bakit kayo nag-oorganisan yung mga complainants na yan?
Nag-oorganisa po ng
Oo,
complainants.
oo.
So, ano pong ibig sabihin na nag-oorganisa ng complainants?
Kayo nag-organize ng mga complainants.
Meron po kaming mga dialogue with the victim sapagkat ang idinudulog po nila sa amin ay wag nyo kaming paaalisin, ano bang gagawin ninyo? Iba po kasi yung nakalagay sa database namin. So, kaya po, in fact, meron pong ipinipikit na mata ang Pag-ibig Fund. May mga buyers po na halimbawang sasabihin nila, nag-fully pay na kami kay Globe Asiatic, pero based on our record, iba yung borrower.
Okay.
So, ibig sabihin, nasan yung payment? Pero, pinapayagan po namin sila to occupy that house, and then, after winning the case against Globe Asiatic for damages, pwede bang pakibalik kay Pag-ibig Fund yung inyong ma-recover? Sapagkat, pumipikit po ang mata ngayon ng government for that.
Bakit hindi na lang kayo makipag-work with the Globe Asiatic? Parang ma-sort yung mga pangalan na yan. Baka replacement borrowers yan na sinasabi nila. Kasi kung wala namang nagko-contest ng ownership nila, edi wala kayong problema. Kasi ino-organize nyo eh. Ano ba yung...
Kasi kung tutuusin, 2015 na po ngayon. Ano? So, after 5 years, you have on file 200 complainants.
Opo.
Hindi ba pwedeng na-sort out na lang sana yan? At hindi na...
Ito po yung sinasabi ko. Pagkatas po ng mga investigation, tumuloy-tuloy na po siya kasi as case eh. And then yung pong sinasabi ni Attorney Rivera na nanalo sila halimbawa dun sa civil case.
Excuse me, Attorney. Kasi nung sinabi mo kasi sa akin na 56% nga yung bogus out of 9,000, so widespread.
Opo.
But 200 lang ang ano mo eh.
Mr. Chair, hindi naman po lahat kasi nag-file ng case.
And double sale nga ang pinag-uusapan.
Precisely, kung hindi nga sila nag-file ng case, then
Opo.
maybe
At saka-
maybe your conclusion that they're bogus is also not accurate. So so
Mr. Chair,
why were there attempts na to sort out muna yung 200 na yan?
Mr. Chair, yung bogus po kasi, hindi sila bogus. Wala po sila.
Hindi nga, sinasabi mo rin, walang utang, tapos may receivable yung, may pondo sa inyo na 600 million, yung Globe Asiatic, tapos wala naman silang utang na billions. So, tapos yung sinasabi mong double sale, wala naman nagko-contest. Kung wala nagko-contest sa property nila, then yun na nga, it's just a matter of reconciling the records. Baka replacement borrower sila, then sa kanyo na ibigay yung titulo. Unless talagang ino-organisan nyo itong mga ito para magreklamo, talagang that would validate yung sinasabi ni Attorney Rivera na Como hindi nagbigay ng extortion, saka iniipit. Kasi ang hirap, hindi ko maintindihan eh. You're depriving a person of freedom. Abogado ka, Attorney Berberabe. You should know na hindi dapat ginagawa yan. Di ba?
I agree po. Pero kaya po akin laging sinasabi, sino po ba ang prosecutor dito sa case na ito? It's the DOJ.
Pero kayo nga ang nagpa-facilitate. Ikaw naman, Attorney Berberabe, huwag mo akong paandaran.
Hindi ko po
Sa inyo nang gagaling yun eh. Kayo nagsasampa sa DOJ, sila motu proprio, they do these things. Then,
Opo, hindi po. Naku, hindi po. May mga cases po na hindi naman po pinoprosecute ng DOJ. At si Secretary De Lima po, palagay ko naman, ay very independent at hindi siya basta-basta na magmomotu proprio.
Before we suspend for a few minutes. So 56 ang bogus, sabi niyo. So kung bogus, para sa mata ninyo is non-existent persons.
Opo.
Pero napautang ninyo.
Opo.
Okay, so ang
Opo.
theory ba ninyo, kasama kayo sa syndicated estafa? May tauhan kayong kasama?
Meron pong isa.
Isa lang nagawa niya lahat ito?
May isa po.
Kaya nagawa niya lahat ito?
Hindi po.
Na 56% nagawa niya. Napalusot niya ang non-existent persons, 5,000. Halos lampas 5,000.
Opo.
By himself or herself, di ko kilala kung sino yan. Acting alone within the Pag-ibig system, napautang ninyo?
Sa administrative case po, sa administrative investigation that we conducted, mayroon po kaming mga ibang officers na terminate as high as a deputy CEO. May investigation po ng Vice President which was in charge of North Luzon. The manager of Pampanga was also terminated. 2 other employees were terminated sa administrative investigation. Ang naalala ko po dun sa mga first meetings, when we were meeting about this case, ang agreement lamang po doon sa syndicated estafa, kapag walang ebidensya na matibay doon sa syndicated estafa, so hindi siya kasali doon sa criminal case. But insofar as Pag-ibig Fund is concerned, we investigated and we terminated, in fact, high-level officers.
Okay, pero officially sa mata ng prosecution, ang part ng sindikato ay isa lang galing sa inyo.
Opo.
And kaya nga, ang theory bali ng prosecution is that dahil sa isang taong ito, 56% of the 9,000 ay fake na personalities na pautang ninyo.
Opo.
Okay. But I'm sure you have instituted some reforms naman siguro or safeguards. Huh?
Yes, Mr. Chair. So
So how can one person, so kung 5,000 plus, magkano yung na-release doon? Magkano per unit dyan sa kanila?
750,000 po.
Oh, so
on the average.
3.7 billion ang napa-loan itong isang taong ito.
Opo. So, Mr. Chair, ang pinaka, para simple na lang po kung ano yung talaga yung reforms. So, wala na po yung post-validation. And then, yung buyback guarantee po na based on experience, para pong nagiging cash flow arrangement, yung buyback provision. So, yun po ay nawala. And then, lahat po ay pre-inspection of the house, pre-evaluation of the buyer. Yun po. And wala na po yung, for example, for a MOA na isa lamang developer po yung...
Ito po bang itong tauhan ninyo ng Pag-ibig or former ninyong employee ay nakadetain din ngayon?
At large po siya.
At large. So when we resume, Mr. Queta is here, so maybe we can hear a few words, no? If what you're ready to share. But we will suspend for 2 minutes. Thank you.